responsible young adults. Hope to maintain our own balance and help in the process. It takes hope to nurture, train, teach or care for children who often react in opposition or anger to your most dedicated efforts to help them. I believe planting the seeds of hope can be an exciting and challenging endeavor. We together will make a difference and ensure that every Maxfortian will become a strong individual and make this world a better place. Once again, I thank you all for supporting us in the journey, and my special thanks to our school's chairperson, Mrs. and Mr. S.C. Naranji, our school's deputy chairperson, Mrs. and Mr. Rajpal Naranji, our vice chairperson, Mrs. and Mr. Naveen Narang, our senior management member, Mrs. and Mr. Vikram Narang, and senior management member, Dr. Manan Narang. My special thanks to our head of school, Mrs. Priyanka Bedkoti, our school mentors, Dr. Ravindran and Dr. Gordon, the school staff and all you lovely parents, and my students for making this journey very enjoyable for me. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your views and thoughts with all of us and for being the strength that you are. Ladies and gentlemen, the chief guest for the day is amongst us, Mr. Vineet Joshi, IAS Chairman CBSE. Can we please welcome him with a huge round of applause? I request Mr. S.C. Narangji, our chairperson, Mr. Rajpal Narangji, our deputy chairperson, Mr. Naveen Narang, our vice president, to join Mr. Vineet Joshi onto the stage and extend a formal welcome to him.
May I request you all to give him a standing ovation.
I humbly request the chairperson, Mr. S.C. Narangji, to welcome Mr. Vineet Joshi with a bouquet. I also request Deputy Chairperson, Mr. Rajpal Narangji, to present Mr. Joshi with a memento on behalf of Maxfort School. And may I request Vice Chairperson, Mr. Naveen Narang, to present Mr. Joshi with a work of art on behalf of the school. Thank you all for being here today.
Our next presentation is an adaptation of the play The Tempest by one of the greatest English playwrights, William Shakespeare. We have the students of class 8 bring to you the story of the wronged Duke Prospero, who was banished from his dukedom by his own brother Antonio and King Alonso, his sworn enemy. He was left in the sea along with his young daughter Miranda to die, but fate had other plans for him, and he was washed to a magical island which was home to many unseen spirits. Soon he acquired all the knowledge that the island had to offer and became the master of the island and its spirits. The island was ruled by the evil witch Sycorax, and when Prospero killed her, Caliban, her deformed son, became Prospero's slave. The witch had also trapped Ariel, a spirit in a pine tree, during her reign. And when Prospero freed Ariel from the witch's curse, it became his slave. In order to avenge the wrong done to him, Prospero uses his magical powers to kick up a storm and sink the ship that was carrying his evil brother Antonio, King Alonso, and Prince Ferdinand, Alonso's son. So, I invite the students of Class 8 to take you on a journey to this magical island and see for yourself what fate awaits all and whether or not Prospero forgives his wrongdoers.
अब कक्षा 8 के विद्यार्थी आपके सामने जाने माने अंग्रेजी लेखक विलियम शेक्सपियर द्वारा लिखे नाटक द टेम्पेस्ट को प्रस्तुत करने जा रहे हैं। यह कहानी बादशाह प्रोस्पेरो की है, जिसका क्रूर भाई एंटोनियो और राजा एलोंसो उसे धोखा देकर ताज स्वयं हड़प लेते हैं। वह उसे और उसकी बेटी मिरांडा को मरने के लिए समुद्र में छोड़ आते हैं, परंतु भाग्य को कुछ और ही स्वीकार होता है। वे एक जादुई टापू पर पहुंच जाते हैं। देखते ही देखते प्रोस्पेरो टापू के विषय में समस्त जानकारी हासिल कर लेता है और टापू का मुखिया बन जाता है। टापू पर एक राक्षसी साइकोरिक्स का अधिकार था। प्रोस्पेरो राक्षसी को मार देता है और उसका बेटा कालेबान प्रोस्पेरो का दास बन जाता है। राक्षसी के चंगुल में फंसे एरियल को भी प्रोस्पेरो आजाद करवाता है। प्रोस्पेरो अपनी जादुई शक्तियों से समुद्री तूफान में अपने भाई एंटोनियो, क्रूर राजा एलोंसो और उसके पुत्र राजकुमार फर्डिनेंड को भी उनके जहाज सहित समुद्र में डुबाने की कोशिश करता है। तो आइए देखते हैं क्या प्रोस्पेरो उन्हें क्षमा कर पाता है या नहीं। तो तालियों से स्वागत करते हैं कक्षा 8 का।
Welcome to our island, travelers. Welcome to the domain of my master, the wise, old, and powerful Prospero, whom I serve. I, as you see, am Ariel, a spirit known to all. In the play, I'm supposed to be invisible and generally having a ball. I serve Prospero with my heart and follow his orders to T. I patiently remain at his beck and call, so that someday he'll set me free. I do everything he tells me, right or wrong, I judge not. And today, I and my fellow spirits are going to create a storm for him. A storm so vicious that it will rip the sky apart, churn out the wind, make the sea dance in fury, and force the heaven to shed its tears like never before. So hold your breath and behold, you weary travelers, the power of my master as I call upon my fellow spirits. Come, awake my friends, awake from the dark spell of spell and breathe fury to create the greatest tempest!
stop the tempest now, Father? The ship out there has sunk.
I heard the people on the boat cry out for help. Many lives will be lost.
Worry not, my dear daughter. The shipwreck that troubles you so much was carefully arranged by my magical power. You may have heard people cry, but I assure you, no one has come to any harm.
Then why?
Believe me, Miranda, everything that I have done today has been for you. Yet you know nothing of who you are, and I am, or I was. It is time you found out who you are. Wipe your tears and sit next to me. I will tell you how we first came to this island. Years ago, when you were just 3-year-old child, I was the Duke of Milan. But running the kingdom bored me. I found that kind of life very dull. I longed to study quietly in my palace library. So I asked my brother Antonio to govern in my place.
My dear brother Antonio, I sit on this throne as a ruler, but at heart I am a scholar. That is the dukedom I long for, the mind of knowledge, my library. So from this day onwards, I want you to govern in my place, my dukedom.
As you are my lord, your wish is my command. I am deeply honored and shall do my best.
So Antonio started governing in my place. After a while, Antonio decided he liked being the duke. He met secretly with King Alonso of Naples, the sworn enemy of Milan, to steal my throne.
I need soldiers to overthrow my brother Prospero, the Duke of Milan. He wastes his time reading books. I am already governing his dukedom on his behalf. I would be a better ruler of Milan. I will help you, but you must tax gold from your people to pay for the services rendered by my army. Your wish is my command, Your Highness.
I was foolish to trust my brother. I was reading a book about sorcery in the castle library when the guards came to take me away. I realized then that I had lost my dukedom by spending too much time with my books.
Antonio, you conspired with our enemy, King Alonso of Naples, while I was gathering knowledge.
Be quiet, Prospero. You are not the ruler anymore. I give the order now. Guards, take him away. We cannot kill Prospero ourselves. The people of Milan still love him and would turn against us.
Very well then, we will cast him adrift and claim he was lost at sea.
We were taken under guard to Milan's waterfront, where we were placed on a ship. It sailed for many miles, far from land. Then we were put on a leaking boat, which had neither tackle, nor sail, nor mast. Gonzalo, the king's loyal advisor, was ordered to carry out this terrible deed, but it made him sad.
I do not like to do this, Prospero, but I must obey my king. Do not forget to look under the blankets. Let go of the boat.
How did they survive, Father?
Kind-hearted Gonzalo had hidden food, water, cloths, and many important books of magic on a small boat. But soon our food and water were almost gone. I had just given up hope when we landed on the coast of this island. We found a cave to make our home. For many months I carefully read my books, and it was then I found I had magical power.
But you did not tell me why you raised this storm today.
Cease your questions for now. You must sleep now. Come, my servant, come. I am ready now. Approach. My Ariel, come.
All hail, my great master!
Have you performed the tempest the way I ordered you?
Yes, master. When the ship was about to sink, the sailors stayed aboard. But the King Alonso of Naples and everyone of his party jumped off the ship. and tried to swim ashore. I used my magic powers to put all the sailors aboard into a deep sleep and safely docked this boat in a peaceful cove.
What about the king and his party?
Not a hair out of place, not even a spot of their royal clothes. I have followed your order and separated the king's party in small groups. They are all scattered over the island, but the king's son, Prince Ferdinand of Naples, I have left him by himself at the corner of the island, sitting alone.
Good idea. But now I have another job for you.
No work, master, but you promised you would set me free.
And I will, when it is time. Have you forgotten how I rescued you from the tree in which you were imprisoned by that with cigarettes? You were her servant, and you hated every moment of it. You refused to obey her orders. So to punish you, she locked you deep inside an old pine tree. Remember, Ariel?
There you shall stay, you wicked spirit, until you do as I say.
Then she died and left her deformed son Caliban to rule this island for 12 years. You were a prisoner inside that old pine tree, wailing helplessly. Finally, as I walked by one day, I heard your cries and let you out with my magical power.
Free! 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 I'm free at last! Oh, sir, I'll be your servant for as long as you wish.
Even now, I keep you safe from Caliban, the deformed son of cigarettes. So, if you complain ever again, I will fasten you with a peg inside an oak tree and let you howl for 12 more years.
Pardon me, master. I shall never forget that all that I owe you. I will do whatever you ask me, my noble master.
Then, listen to me.
Oh, father, I fell asleep.
Come, let's pay a visit to Caliban. What are some spirits who beat you all night long?
You never spoke to me like that when I was young. This island was mine, given to me by Cigarette, my mother. You have taken it away from me, but you were kind to me then. You gave me sweet fruit juice to drink, took me away from my ugly home and brought me into your cave. You taught me the names of the sun and the moon and how the seasons change. I loved you then. And because you were good to me, I showed you where all the fresh springs of water could be found. I showed you all the good places for growing food. But now I'm sorry. I told you the secrets of this place. You have become the king and I'm only your slave.
It was your own fault. If you had not tried to attack my daughter Miranda, that would not have happened.
I was kind to you, Caliban. I taught you to speak. But you were always evil. And now you deserve the treatment what you get.
I could not let you stay after what you did, and that is why you are back here. Now enough! We need more wood. Go and get it.
You taught me your language, and my prophetess, I can curse. May the Red Plague put an end to your life for making me learn your language.
If you don't fetch the wood now, I will break your bones with cramps and aches.
I am going. His magic is too powerful. I must obey.